Welcome to the Smite Noob-Proof God Guide for Daji, the nine-tailed fox of Chinese mythology. I'll be going over her mechanics, her utilities, and her love for torture. I'll also cover her abilities and provide tips you'll be able to apply in your next match. Item builds and conquest specific strategies will be avoided as these tend to change quite frequently. Feel free to skip to any part of this video that fits your needs. Roll the intro.
Daji.
Daji is part of the assassin class. She deals physical damage and is typically seen in the jungle role. The synergy between her passive and her abilities allows her to lash out lots of bleed damage. Equipped with an enhanced basic attack that slows, an ability with immunity to slow effects, directional damage mitigation, a teleport, and an instantaneous pull on enemies, Daji is ready to torture any unlucky foe caught in her chains. Passive: Torture Blades. Daji's sharp claws cause her enemies to bleed when struck by her basic attacks. Bleeding causes the enemy to take additional damage over time for a short period. Bleed can stack any number of times on the same target. This damage does not proc item effects. Ability number 1. Horrible Burns. Daji heats up her claws, causing her next successful basic attack to burn the target, dealing instant damage plus additional damage over time, slowing them for a short duration. Daji gains haste, unhindered by the basic attack movement penalty, until she hits an enemy. Ability number 2. 1000 Cuts. Daji lashes out with her claws at nearby enemies, executing 4 strikes that damage all enemies in range and apply the bleed from her passive, Torture Blades. While this ability is channeling, Daji moves freely in all directions, gains 40% increased movement speed, immunity to slows and knockups, and her tails mitigate damage from all sources dealt to her from behind. Ability number 3. Trickster Spirit. Daji selects a single allied or enemy target and teleports to their location after a short delay. Upon arriving at the target, she lashes out with her claws, dealing damage and applying the bleed from her passive to all enemies around her. Ability number 4. The Ultimate: Powwow. Daji becomes immune to crowd control and summons her signature torture device, the Powwow. As she hovers above the device, she may fire up to 3 shots. Enemy gods hit take damage, becoming chained and slowed. At the end of her ability, chained enemies are pulled to the powwow, getting stunned and take damage over time for a short period. If a god hit by this ability becomes crowd control immune at any time, they break the chain on them and cannot be chained again until this ability ends. Daji may cancel this ability at any time. The following is based on years of personal experience. Every player has their own style and preferences, and that's alright. If you disagree with any of them, feel free to let me know. I try to keep an open mind and always willing to learn to get better at a game that I love. Level up order. Daji's second ability, 1000 Cuts, is a great tool to clear camps, increasing its damage and damage mitigation. Her first ability, Horrible Burns, is a great single target high burst damage ability, increasing its damage and slow effect. Her third ability, Trickster Spirit, increases damage when points are added. Whenever possible, put points into the ultimate. That said, here's my recommended level up order. Tip number 1. Auto Cancel. Auto canceling is a term used often by high-level players, which enables the user to skip basic attack animations through the use of abilities. This allows the player to lash out extra damage over a shorter time frame. Daji's first ability, Horrible Burns, makes great use of this. By teleporting to your target with her third ability, Trickster Spirit, you can follow up with a basic attack, quickly activate Horrible Burns, land the ability, and finish it with more basic attacks or her second ability, 1000 Cuts. All of which will stack, applying her passive bleed damage. Tip number 2. 1000 Feints. Daji's second ability, 1000 Cuts, has many practicalities. This includes damage, slow immunity, extra movement speed, knock-up immunity, and directional damage mitigation. It is a great tool for disengaging from a fight or dodging incoming damage. Tip number 3. Trickster Spirit. Daji's third ability, Trickster Spirit, enables Daji to teleport to a target of her choice. This includes minions, jungle monsters, Gold Fury, gods, and allies. It also works like an overwall scanner to see if jungle camps have been completed. Daji may choose the direction in which she will land by orienting herself accordingly. This allows her to teleport in front of targets and potentially body block or slow opponents enough to land her combo. Tip number 4. Powwow. Daji's ultimate ability, Powwow, is a great tool to pull enemies into your team or away from theirs, but unfortunately it is easy to react and beads by the time Daji hits all her chains. By immediately cancelling upon landing a chain, Daji may pull an unexpected enemy quickly, giving little to no chance for the target to react. I hope this video proved useful and that you'll be able to apply what you learned in your next match. If you enjoyed the content, let me know in the comments below. You can also follow me on Twitter or join the Cabbage Corp Discord down in the description below, where we share Smite knowledge and cabbages. Thanks for watching, and see you all on the battleground.